Hello, my lovely Librans. Welcome into a general weekly reading for you. Let's jump right into the Oracle and see what this upcoming period has in store for us. I feel like you're dealing with a lot, but I feel like you're coping like a master. It's a time where you're going to be plopped into the minds of many for true significance, whether it's for your fame, whether it's for other levels of recognition, for somebody to teach you something, or for you to teach them something. Or maybe to prepare the two of you to unite in the future or reconnect. But it feels like you're being reconnected in a new way to your higher power. It's a week of you stepping into your power and saying, I want to improve this. I want to be done with this. I foresee this ending in the future. It's not the right time yet, but when time comes to shift things forward in that sense, in that specific way, I'm going to be one with it. I'm going to be choosing better. Patience coming to be when you don't expect it. I feel like you're going to be reminded of a time significantly from the past not significantly, a time from the past when you were made to feel super impatient, maybe aggressive, overwhelmed. It may have been fleeting. It might have lasted a bit for some, but either way, it was a spiritual affecting and acting through, maybe spoken through kind of moment. And so this week shows you that you are a very patient soul, even when you don't expect to be. And again, it just kind of ties back to you dealing with a lot on your plate, whether it's just a busy schedule. It could be spirituality playing into it. It could be who and what else is in your life. But I just feel like patience is key for you. The spiritual meaning of a triangle, okay, the spiritual meaning of a triangle. Boundaries are coming into be, okay? Weird wording, but it feels like boundaries are being set into place or implemented when it comes to you and maybe a connection or two or several. Maybe when it comes to your work life, when it comes to, all right, the running of your business for some, but also when it comes to your habits, okay? Your self-growth is tied into that. It feels like you need to remember to keep for those working a day-to-day job, keep that job at that location and do not, try not to think about it. Try not to speak about it or worry about it, okay? Of course, times when you have to check your schedule or whatever the case may be, it's one thing, but you know what I'm saying. It just feels like we need to keep certain areas of our life quite separate, as they do often intertwine and overlap unnecessarily. You're going to feel like there's a connection that you have to the universe that's helping you feel larger than life at certain points. This is important, all right? You need to be feeling like things are working out better than they are at certain points because you have been feeling like things were falling apart recently, or you've been feeling like things have just not been fixed or improving in the ways that you maybe expected them to or think they should have been. Does that make sense? And at other points, you're going to be pushed to look at the imperfections and ask yourself, within my control, what do I want to do about this? How do I want to go about improving this? And those two kind of ways of viewing and feeling your life at certain points in the week are going to be significant for you. Interesting. But look at this. It feels like you're going to be pushed to think back to a time period where, in a very maybe dramatic way, or just it could have been a very peaceful way depending on your situation, you had to cut your loss, right? Or your losses could have been a connection, could have been a job, could have been a business for some, it could have been another investment, or maybe I want to say a living situation. You made the right choice, okay? And this is going to remind you that you're making the right choices even when things don't go perfectly due to that choice or two. Let's move on to the tarot. It feels like you're very selective when it comes to every little aspect of your world at this point, and the week highlights that. It feels like you're going to be pushed to, I want to say, organize something, perfect something in a moment to slow things down, all right? To remind you that you're a very strategic soul. Also, we have for Libra, the King of Swords, because there's a wise, kind of old soul vibe about you. It feels like either way you're applying yourself in a very King of Swords way, where you think for a hot second and you remind yourself, I don't need to overthink this. I felt it right. I'm feeling it right. I know what I'm doing. I gained this knowledge before, and so therefore I'm just going to get it done, or wait till the right time comes to be to get it done, or to redo it is what I'm getting. You're also going to be feeling quite happy at certain points. I know it's not really coming through in the energy of this reading, but it feels like this week reminds you and maybe other people or somebody specifically that happiness comes in different forms, right? Like power does, is what I'm hearing. Ooh, I just saw an orb. You're going to be feeling like a shooting star is flying above you because you need to make a wish. You need to dream and imagine things into your Libran reality and existence. You're going to be feeling like there are different sides of you to show the world selectively. There's different parts of your path that you're being prepared to share selectively. You're going to want to get a new tattoo for somebody. It's not the time yet. This may be because of where you're living, maybe financially, but I feel like your finances are getting ready to increase, improve, and be cleaned up if that's needed for you. I just heard, I feel like jumping for joy. There's going to be a reason or two or moments throughout the week where they want you to just jump for joy, all right? Skip a little bit more. Dance. I've been saying that in your Libran readings for a bit now. Dance, express, get a healing moment in when you can. You need to sleep more, and I feel like sometimes it feels impossible, right? And I can relate to this reading 1000%. The Wheel of Fortune with the Knight of Swords, because Libra, I feel like in a very action-oriented way, you're seeing your life improve, progress, and that definitely is at least somewhat intertwined with one outside existing situation that you're very, very purposely connected to. For me, it's going to be this business, this channel, but for you, it could be even a connection, right? It could be a day-to-day job or something else of significance for you. But it feels like they're saying, you're a bird being prepared to fly towards a lot more in your life along your path. You've, regardless of what age you are, how far you feel along your path, and what you expect and don't expect moving forward, there's more for you, okay? I don't know why I'm getting a little bit emotional when it comes to that, because it feels like you deserve more, right? You've been through too much. We've talked about that as well in previous readings. There's a gentle vibe about you as I'm being drawn to this little lamb as I stutter a bit. And Spirit is saying people notice this about you. But I'm getting the word evil because maybe you've had an evil spirit attached to you, or several, or your spirituality just feels heavy, or it could be someone else affecting you in your physical reality, or maybe that job situation is what I'm getting. But people see the different sides of you at certain points, and it's intriguing, it's enlightening, it's maybe concerning a bit. You give off the vibe that you've been through a ton, maybe very wounded by life, right? And some of which was inflicted upon you by, say, an ex or a bad, teacher, maybe schoolmates from the past. Stuff like this is going to be reminded to you when you were done wrong, when you were treated very poorly, and it was so damn wrong of them to do that. And I want to say as well, for a lot like myself, it was spiritually connected. There was a spiritual being, if not several, who did you extremely wrong, and you need to gain at least a little bit of clarity about that this week, because it feels like it was through you and behind your back. It feels like there are people around you in a situation that you need to be careful with because they're very strategic and they're not to be trusted. And you've learned this, and then you strategically connect with them due to spiritual protection and guidance, but just be careful, okay? Trust your intuition. Don't forget. What else do we have for Libra? 848 and 855. 1717. Five of Swords, because I feel like there's a focus again on past and current stresses and difficulties in your life. When you get a headache or an odd sensation within your mind or your physical head, it's a spirit. Let's move on, okay? They're saying don't take medication for it. It will be a moment that passes. The Seven of Swords, okay, didn't mean to say that. Again, the Strength card, because I feel like you need to remember how truly freaking strong you are with all that you've had to and are currently dealing with. But things are improving, so let's remember that. A loss of breath is also temporary. It feels like there are physical sensations coming to be. It feels like maybe when you drink something, eat something, spirit or two, once again, energy. But you're a star, my friend. You might have heavy Aquarius in your chart. In Pisces for some. Okay, and Sagittarius is now what I'm getting. And if those aren't in your chart, there's significance in regards to people from your past and are currently in your life. And maybe for somebody you're meant to meet, it feels like a positive soulmate. to be united with you. But okay, it's more so you're going to unite with them, and then vice versa, because you'll get them very on point. You'll get them very quickly in an on point manner. But yeah, it's again a week where a lot feels like it's going on, being reminded to you, informed to you, clarified, cleaned up, and improved. It feels like a week where you need to remember to make a wish. As I'm seeing that that star go above your head again, it is a time for you to remember, Libra, you are a master. Okay. So I hope this was truly helpful. Love and light, my friend.